The St. Johns River Water Management District began Peat FireX training this spring. Firefighting professionals included Steve Torch Miller of St. Johns River Water Management District, Matt Corby of St. Johns River Water Management District, and Ed Alford of the Florida Park Service.
And that's it. We are now maybe 5 minutes application on this wounded tree. Anything that was on fire or smoking is now out. There is nothing burning, and actually you can still see the product on the bark. On the outside it's still wet. So it worked perfectly. You're done.
That's cool. Yeah, still wet. Obviously cool to the touch. Pretty cool. And another cool thing is there's still resin here that hasn't burned yet. So you know it wasn't finished. We put it out. We put it out and quick. Alright, so we got a burning cat phase. Normally that'd probably be like a full minute of running steady stream in order to get that to go out. Let's see if we can get this other one. That's kind of a testimonial to the stuff that this side didn't rekindle with the flame still on the other side. As a matter of fact, the other side might go out because this side hit. We did the left side of the cat face. The right side of the cat face and the back side of the tree got no treatment. Kept trying to come around. Never could reignite the original cat face. Yeah, it was like 8-9 inch flame lengths curving around with the wind trying to get on it, and it did not reignite.
The minute it dries that sap out, it should reignite. That's pretty cool.
Alright. And done. Again, with a regular system, that would have probably taken us 5 minutes and taken us 5 or 10 gallons. And we probably put about 3 cups on it.
Hit it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
You know, it's really pretty impressive. How many tablespoons did you put on there, Matt?
Less than I would have thought. That's pretty amazing. It's amazing how fast the heat goes away. Like normally with water, it'll sit there and steam for 4 or 5 minutes.
And then you'll have to reflux if it cooks up.
Wow. You can touch it, Steve.
I know. He had me put my hand in some of it later.
That should still be about 1,000 degrees warm. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it really is.
You're done. You're done. Now, have you ever seen anything do that before?
I haven't. That's awesome. This stuff's awesome. Incredible. I'd love to have some of that. Oh. Jeez. Let alone. Incredible product. I'd love to have some. Absolutely. Fantastic.
the fog nozzle was splitting because I was running it at such low flow. I had the valve neck down. And so one of the streams is this funny little line. And the other two streams combined, and that's where it went out. And so you can see, even in the little burn part where the first little stripe was, and then this is where the second half of the stream was going. But that's what that stripe is. So that was pretty cool. And so, do all of that for, what is this, half a mile?
At least, yeah. So you were
Half a mile I used.
well in excess of someone.
And half a mile and 3 snags. And I
Definitely would make
probably used 5 gallons.
Tell you one thing, a bike would go a lot farther.
Yeah, I went a whole half mile and put out that wet one, and it stopped it. And so I used 5 gallons and a half a mile with the product, plus 3 snags. So maybe I actually used 4 gallons for the half a mile. And as I said, I had the nozzle way neck down, so it's kind of dribbling out in 3 different streams. And so in some cases it might have crossed that first little stream, but the other 2 caught it all the way. Pretty cool. There's plenty of heat in underneath. It's cooked down.
Oh, yeah.
this way. And then I probably put on 2 quarts, half a gallon. I, on the other hand, am trying to use as little as possible to test your product.
And a fan nozzle would work a heck of a lot better here.
Yep.
Because
Yep, I realize that.
yeah, you're jetting in too much of it.
But even so, we've been doing this for 2 hours and we've gone through maybe 2.5 gallons. Lazy man's firefight to him. I'd probably put down a quart, maybe.
Okay.
And we did that probably 10 minutes ago. And it looks like we're everywhere I had the sense to put it, it's pretty well gone out. There's a couple places I missed in the back, but everything I did on the front and the sides is done. And if we were doing that with straight up water, probably closer to 5 gallons. Okay, so one of the problems we have in areas that have gone without fire for a really long time is the bark flakes come off those really big trees, they accumulate at the bottom, and then they have this jackpot of fuel at the bottom that smolders for a long time and can actually girdle the tree. And so it's important that we are able to put those things out pretty easily. Typically a pile that big would probably take me 10 or 15 gallons. Let's see what it takes with this. South from Bravo. We're using a mist nozzle with a real low flow rate, so we probably might be doing a gallon a minute. I'm not a fan until I am completely out of here. I'm not to keep the weight burning looking at the tank and about how long I might have put a gallon, maybe a gallon and a half tops on it.
All right. We'll give it a few minutes and see what it does.
So you can see the pockets where the material, the plant material, the bark flakes and needles and whatever have actually burned down. Probably 5 minutes ago we put on about a gallon and a half of the product and it's pretty well done. We're really concerned only around that root collar because that's where we could get the tree girdle if it continued to burn. And again, probably with a straight stream nozzle, you'd have been boring in there to get the water to where the heat was, and so that would have been probably 10 gallons and probably 15 minutes. Whereas here we did about a gallon and a half in probably 2 minutes. And it looks as though we can pretty well walk away from this one and then maybe check on it in 30 minutes or so if we needed to.
Okay.
Chimneyed up the open bark, and there was sap still from when it was a pine tree. I mean, it's a dead snag, and so it chimneyed up on that dead sap and inside the bark. And normally you'd have to either get the bark off or blast water into it. But we just put some up on top and let it flow down the stem. I'd have probably used a couple of gallons of water, and with this we probably used a couple of cups of water. And then we'd have to stir it and mix it in with water, and this stuff's pretty well sitting on and soaking in all by itself.
Yep. Done.
Look, the only heat left is on the backside. You can see the smoke coming up there, still with velocity. That's pretty cool. Oh, the surface actually isn't that high.
I told you.
God, that is unbelievable. That should be like 100. And so it'll go from there just into the fuel.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Nice straight line right there down the middle of the tree.
And that's great. We didn't even get a black mark on the tree. Nothing.
Nope. Okay, well, we came in here and pre-treated around this tree. The right half had nothing done to it, and the left half had maybe about a half a gallon of the mix applied. And you can see where it burned down through the duff layer, through the needle layer on the right side. And on this side where it was treated, it might have burned a little bit on top, but some of that was stuff up above that fell on it. But obviously, there's a fair amount of the needle layer that didn't burn. You can see the depth difference between the two burn lines. Both front and back, there's a difference in the depth. And in some cases, when it was actually burning, you'd see it go out on dead palmetto fronds for just a little while. That's a pretty unusual thing, because palmettos burn about like gasoline. The importance of doing this is we're out here by the highway where people will see it, and while this may pose no threat to escape, we might get phone calls about it. So mopping it up here near the highway is important for that reason. Well, that probably we'd have ended up digging it up with hand tools and then probably putting on 2 or 3 gallons of water, and we probably used about 3 cups of water. And now it just kind of soaks in and keeps working.